This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thanks for joining us. We are live streaming here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, as we do every weekday. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget to download that Fox 12 Oregon app, and we cover a wide range of topics here on the show, including things and events that you can go see and be a part of and get to see and hear awesome, amazing people. And I'm talking about Tom Papa, who is our guest right now, comedian. Tom, thank you very much for joining us here today. I appreciate it. And, coming back to Portland here to the Arlene Schnitzer Concert Hall, amazing venue on the 25th. But Tom, before we even get any further, how are you doing? How's the tour going?
Everything's going all right. Thanks for having me. The tour's going great. The Grateful Bread tour is stampeding across the country. We just did Chicago and Madison, Wisconsin last week, and it's been really good. People are turning out.
And for anybody who doesn't know, and probably people going to see who already have their tickets may know, but in case they don't know, tell us about the Grateful Bread and where that idea comes from.
I am an avid bread baker, and people are starting to know me for my bread as much as my comedy. I was on an American Airlines flight a little while ago, and the flight attendant came up and said, "Good morning, Tom." And I was like, "Oh, they know me as a comedian." And they said, "I just want to apologize. The bread on this flight is awful."
What is it about baking bread that got you into it so much?
I don't know. It's something very out of nowhere. Like I started doing it and it just hooked me, and I got very good at it. And it's a lot like comedy in that it's very rewarding when it goes right, and it's really great, but you never really truly master it. So it's very humbling at the same time. So it keeps you trying and keeps you innovating. And I just really like it. And I always tell my friends I've never had a hobby, but if you're going to get a hobby, get one you can eat.
That's true. That is a very good a good point. I mean, and even bad bread's not that bad. I wouldn't think. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe there's a way. I could probably figure out a way to screw it up. I'm sure.
You'd eat it. You'd still eat it.
I'd still eat it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, with this show, and getting to go out. I mean, obviously you've been touring for a long time, but just out there right now, going around the country. What's it been like getting to go see these different crowds, interact with these different fans, and maybe a time when people might really need some comedy?
Yeah, it's I've been starting off my show saying thank you all for coming out. And it's been, like I said, the turnout's been great. And I say I know you have a choice. You'd much rather be at home watching more news at this point. and it's kind of, and it resonates, and I think everybody's just kind of on the same page of we're inundated with all of this bad news all the time, and it's complicated, and there's a lot of change going on. There's got to be some place you can go and unplug and just enjoy yourself and know that it's just going to be purely the whole goal of the evening is just to have as much fun as possible. And I always say the best part about comedy when it works is you feel less alone. And I think that's what, we don't have these communal things anymore. So when people come to the show and you're sitting next to, 800 other people and they're all laughing and you feel less alone. And I feel it up on stage, and I'm sure they feel it in the audience.
Yeah, having that joint experience of everybody kind of in the same moment together.
Yeah, it's just joyful. Yeah, just joyful. And nobody, I don't get into, politics and stuff. I'm just dealing with the human condition. And I'm sure there's someone from every single group in the audience. You know what I mean? And they're all laughing equally. So it just shows that there's a lot more than just what cable news is feeding us all of the time. That there's a lot more going on with us as people.
Well, and getting to go out and see that, and again, participate in that. Everybody can come down and do that, like you are here at the Schnitz coming up on April 25th. And I got asked coming into Portland. I know you've been to Portland before, but is there anything specific that you like to do when you do get into town, or do you even have time to do much when you're on tour like this?
Yeah, this one I'll have a little bit of time. I love to eat in Portland. I love to eat and drink coffee, and I just go. Portland was the first place I came back after the pandemic, and I remember for other comedian friends like, I don't know, can you tour now? And the news in Portland looks bad. And I remember getting off the plane. I took my daughter with me. It was the first trip back, and we're just at this food truck, you know, in that center where all the food trucks are, and we're just eating this great food in the sunshine and the food. And I was like, this is it. This is heaven. You open your doors and come back out. It's waiting for you.
Yeah, and getting to do that. Oh, man, I remember that opportunity. You know, right when that happened as well. Well, I mean, it still is like that. We've got lots of food carts. Is there any particular kind of food that you would be aiming for? Are you looking for the best bread in town, or something else when you come in like that?
Yeah, I'm always stopping at bakeries, and yeah, it's kind of just keep it open. I was staying at the Nines, that hotel, the
Yeah.
Nines, and right down the street there was this great Asian place that has chicken, like this incredibly just incredible chicken, and there was like a line out the door, and it was like, man, this is 2 feet from my, I'm spacing on the name, people can look it up, but it was like 2 feet from my hotel is the best chicken dish I've ever had in my life. And I feel like that's what Portland does to me. It's like, don't go in with a plan, just go in with an open mind.
I love it. And well, for people, you know, for this weekend for the Schnitz, you know, what is one thing that we touched on a little bit, but what's something that you really want people to take away from like coming to see Tom Papa perform comedy?
Yeah, you should just have as much fun as possible. I mean, I love comedy and I love going to see movies and all this other kind of stuff, but there's nothing like a stand-up show. You will laugh harder. Even the best comedic films, maybe you get 3 laughs. You should be laughing nonstop for an hour and a half when you come to the show. I want you to leave with your stomach hurting and your face sore, and that's the whole goal.
Fantastic. Well, Tom, thank you, you know, for having time to talk to us too. I really appreciate it. And on the tour, final question, just going back to the bread thing, what is the one kind of bread that you think people should try right now? Is there anything that you're into specifically? Like, is it a rye bread? Is it a sourdough?
Sourdough is my roots. I love sourdough. I'm really right now into this sourdough with olives. I'm putting green olives and Kalamata olives and herbs de Provence and lemon zest. If you could find some iteration of that, you'd be in good shape.
That sounds awesome, and I'm very hungry right now. So, all right, well, Tom, thank you very much. Really appreciate your time, man. And again, April 25th, Arlene Schnitzer Concert Hall. Go see Tom Papa. Thanks a lot, man.
Great. I'll see you again. Thank you.
All right, and for everybody watching, again, we are live here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, and we've got plenty more coming up here throughout the afternoon, anytime between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. This is the place to go. And even breaking news, I'll have that for you as well, should that happen. But I'm going to take a break. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is